Yo, what's going on, people? All right. I got home, just got out the shower, about to put some conditioning in my hair. I'm gonna go to the store because I have a taste for some spaghetti, and hopefully my direct deposit kicks in, or I can get paid tomorrow or early Thursday. Hoping I can get lucky this week and find like a job for the daytime. I usually don't speak on things I want to occur in my life, but I'm just hoping for the best. And I'll go more into detail on the weekends. It's like I just feel more comfortable talking about it when it's finally over with. But I'm gonna see if I can pick up like an extra shift for Thursday. My check should be a little bit better this time, because guys, life is just about it's a bunch of ups and downs. That's all it really is. It's all about how you handle those ups and downs. Will you endure it, or will you cave and tap out? Will you resort to the wrong things to get through your situation, or you just get through it, become stronger, learn from your mistakes? That's what it's all about. But I'm sorry for the anecdote. I finished the EDP. I'm only making this video till I get on my bus. Bus comes at 12:30. So I finally came to the conclusion of the EDP 445 documentary, and it was not no one of those documentaries where you have somebody just talking and they look in the camera and they got like a bunch of pictures. They steal a bunch of clips offline and they post them, and they like it's people that make documentaries that they sell, and they're literally just either pictures they find or clips they find from news, like from like the news, and they call it a documentary. Like, this is a real documentary where they had like actors and actresses, and like it was. I give the job, like the crew, like whatever they did, whoever directed everything, I give them a two thumbs up. I'm not no film critic, but that was a good job what they did with just hiring actors and actresses. Now, I told you it was really dark to watch. I actually had a nightmare before I woke up to go to work because I didn't have my night light on. Yeah, I'm 31 still with a night light, but I woke up in total darkness, and I'm beating on my wall, and then I open my doors for the light to come in. But it was really dark. But it was, some parts were funny, some parts, and I'm not going to use the cliche of, oh, he needs help, man, he's sick. He needs help, man, he's sick. The man is a addict. He is an addict. He is a pornography addict. And this is the result of it. Now, like I said, if he had somebody like me in his life, I would tell him this is what's holding you back. Porn, because food isn't necessarily bad, but the porn is what is causing him to have these thoughts. And I don't want to say it ain't no coming back for him after being exposed. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna be the Pope. He's gonna be the next, he's gonna be like a pastor at a church. I'm not saying that. I mean, Muhammad, the prophet, didn't he molest a 9-year-old girl? Didn't he marry a 9-year-old girl? And he started the religion Islam people follow. Their prophet is a PDF. Isn't I don't feel like I need to go through the whole list because there's a lot, like a whole lot won't come to mind. But like I said, it was really dark. It was really morbid, but it was some parts that were funny. Now, I'm glad that he found two good jobs. I'm glad that he's not homeless. I'm glad that he's not driving for Lyft no more. But what he needs, he doesn't need help. And this is what you need to listen, because this is coming from someone that struggled with pornography addiction, same-sex attraction, activities, etc. It's no therapy. It's nothing he needs to do but just this one thing. Simply learn how to stop watching it. And that's all it really is. I didn't go to therapy to overcome my addiction. I remind myself every day, whenever I look in someone's sight that wants attention, they now have power over me. I'm giving them that power by looking in their direction. Because people wear clothing to draw attention. They want attention, and I don't want to give them that attention. EDP, and I was a fool once. I gave into it, and I feel like I was being a little bit of a follower. I felt like everybody else was doing it, so I wanted to make it like I was cool. But honestly, be honest with you, I don't think sex is really all that great. To be completely honest, I don't think it's all that great. I think at best, maybe the first time, I'll tell you this, my first encounter and my last one, which was like April last year, it wasn't like bad. It was okay, but the first one was awesome, and the last one was okay, and the one before that was wonderful. And that's pretty much it. The rest are kind of just like, people don't want to admit this, but some people, hold up, because I was doing this myself. Some people just want a body count. If you know what that means, they just want to have something to brag about with their friends. And when I was younger, I wanted that too, but I'm not built for that. But back to the documentary. Like I said, I don't agree with how do I say this? Like, I don't think he should be comfortable having those kind of thoughts. And it's not because it's illegal, because homosexuality was illegal, and now people accept it. Are you going to say is something wrong because it's illegal, or is it wrong because it's wrong? Because there are a lot of things that are legal that are wrong. I think homosexuality is wrong. Knowing what I know now, it's wrong. Now, I would get hate for that comment. I would get hate for that. But if, let's just say, because at one point, I believe at some point pedophilia was, it was not as stigmatizing as it is now. But would you tell the people that were doing it back then, hey man, what you're doing is wrong, that's sick, that's child, that's a 13-year-old? No, because it's almost like racism in the 60s. People had really low, they had a really low regard for black people in the South. Now that times have changed, would you have been the one that would have been like, hey, that's not right, that's a person like us? Or what do you have went along with what everybody else was doing? Probably what everybody else was doing, because nobody stands up for anybody. And I'm not necessarily standing up for him. Like I said, he has said some things in the documentary I don't agree with, but I don't believe in ruining his life. I don't want to do that. Just think about it like this too. If you make their lives more harder than they should be, because I think the second time he did it, I really felt like 12, 13. I really felt like he didn't really care. He didn't care if he were to go to jail or not, because he felt like his life was over. He felt like he lost everything probably at that point. It was 2 years later. He felt like, it is what it is. If I get caught, I don't care because my life is over. I'm hated everywhere. So just imagine, right? If he went to prison, got a record, he had to live in some trailer home, work some crappy job at some factory. There are restrictions on where he can go, his curfew. Someone living like that, do you think they would care if they reoffend? Since technically, when they are released, they are sort of living in their own little prison. Do you think they would really care about reoffending? Because like I said, I'm for rehabilitation. I'm for correcting a problem. Those busters that are known as Skeeter Gene, and I'm so glad that Chris Hansen called that out. He said that they're a bunch of clowns. They're just exploiting the situation. They're making jokes. And I'm glad he called them out, because I thought Skeeter Gene was related to Chris Hansen. So the fact that Skeeter Gene is like half white and he's from Michigan, I thought he was related to Chris Hansen, but he said he never met him. He's never met him before. He thinks they're a bunch of clowns. And I do this. I think they're the same too. They're both of them. Gideon is a clown himself that I feel in the next maybe year or so, they're going to find somebody else that's going to take the spotlight. Because like I said, the minute, just think about this. The minute he starts losing like views with predator catchers, he's probably going to venture on to something else. Who knows? He might even start doing, I don't know, maybe dancing videos or yoga. Because I can't get over the fact that he has some nerve to talk about EDP looking the way he does. Like, dude, you have no room to talk about anybody. And I'm the last to talk about anybody, but he has no room to talk about anybody at all. You make all these comments about EDP when you're like 5-6 years younger than me, and you look like you're in your 40s. Like I thought he was old. He was around my age. Dude's hair is falling out. His hair is gone. His butt is like, I don't, and that's another thing too. They're saying, I don't like throwing that gay card around, but they say a man is gay if his butt is like a female's shaped butt. So I don't know, but I said butt again, but I just find it funny. They call EDP all these names. They call him sloppy and nasty looking, but Gideon he epitomizes sloppy and nasty looking. But the documentary, I'm about to put my clothes on. The documentary was good. I just hope EDP can come to his senses, put down, block those porn sites. One day, if I get some power, I wanna try to get Pornhub, Xvideos, any site with X-rated videos. I'm gonna try to work towards getting them banned in all 50 states, because this is what EDP is the epitome of when you watch too much porn. And if I would tell him that if I met him, because look at everything he lost watching porn.